Okay, it's time for the favourite segment of the week. It's the Captain's Log with Toby Ward. Toby's first match of the season, obviously the first one was rained off. Trip to Alton Park on a very cold day. Very difficult wicket. Obviously Alton Park came down from the Premiership last year. Very strong team, looking to get promoted this year. Bad toss to lose?
Yeah, it's not a good toss to lose, and as a result I think we got the worst of the wicket. But ultimately, we didn't get enough runs to compete in the game. There were some positives that we can take from it. We batted our 50 overs, and we showed a lot of fight when it was quite difficult early on with the ball moving around. Great opening stand from the new Aussie, Mike Rickson, and Jed McKernan. Those two put on a great stand for the first 20 overs. And unfortunately, we weren't able to back them up enough in the middle part of the innings. But yeah, that was definitely a positive. And the other positive was a good opening spell from our opening bowler, Mo Jangir. And I think those are the three positives we take from the game. Ultimately, it was a convincing win for Alton Park, but I think that we showed a lot of fight and we did show some real positives from the game. So next week should be more successful.
Okay, I think Mike Rickson came in with 35. The opening bowler for us, Mo Jahangir, came in with 2 early wickets. It looked like at one point that we might make some inroads. It didn't happen. We came up against a good batsman.
Yeah, Rick Moore, opening bat for Alton Park, he got 80 and played a really good innings. In fact, he went and attacked the ball early on, followed through with his shots and made use of the shorter boundaries they've got there, and played a really good innings and took the momentum away from us that we'd initially taken with those 2 early wickets. So credit where credit's due. He batted really well, and he was backed up well by their number 4 batsman, I think, who batted really nicely, and they batted as a good partnership. So take nothing away from them. We maybe didn't bowl quite as well as we'd like to, but we weren't too bad, and they batted very well, so deserved the win.
Okay, it's Cheadle in the 2020 on Thursday night and Bredbury in the league on Saturday. Any comments on that?
Yeah, well, we're looking to bounce back. Obviously, we've got. I think we showed a lot of positives at the weekend, and I'm really looking forward to seeing us try our hand on maybe some drier wickets for a start. Maybe score a few more runs, and I think we'll be a lot more competitive in the next 2 games.
Okay, I've had some emails, some questions through. R. Patterson's emailed. Were you on time?
I was trying to remember actually. Well, yeah, I did make a couple of wrong turnings, but I think I got there quite all right for me. Yeah, it's all relative.
He's also followed up with a question from an M. Dawson, asking if he really saw Tom Barras jump out the way of the ball whilst on the field.
Well, I think when I was bowling, it was probably the safest thing to do because half of them were down the track. But yeah, no, he played well in the field. Don't worry about that.
Okay, hopefully we'll have some more questions next week for you to answer, Toby. Remember the YouTube site, Bollington CCTV's got videos, pictures on, and also the website's on the bottom of the page now. Thanks very much, Toby. Okay, we're here with the illustrious second team captain, Chris Plant. Chris, start to the season, played against Oxon a couple of weeks ago now. Obviously it's been quite weather affected. We got beaten by Oxon, but your observations?
Well, there's a lot of positives to be taken out of the side. We seem to be saying that a lot after we've lost things, but yeah, the new player, Sonny, he was a little bit of a star. When he eventually got there, he came onto the field. He was injured almost straight away, went off for treatment, came back on and bowled a really good spell, put us into the game a little bit. I was surprised when Oxton declared on, I think it was 216. We thought we'd get that, and going at 4.5 and over in the first 10 overs, we thought, yeah, we're on the way. But unfortunately, the batting didn't really kick on in the middle order. But obviously, thanks again to Rick Patterson, 47. Great knock from Rick again. He's started off again from last year, so all very good. But yeah, there's a lot of positives. All the young lads have tried really hard. A lot of good bowling spells, and I think the next few games, I think we're going to be good.
It's very good of you to thank Rick Patterson for the innings there, but there was an on-field incident, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think that's obviously the reporter in you coming out there, Ian. But no, there's nothing really happened too badly. It was just an accident. The scars are just sort of healing now, but Yeah, he's a little bit enthusiastic. He came running in at the full of a wicket, wanted to celebrate with the boys, which is fine, but it caught me on the way past and gouged my face, and got these very long ladylike fingernails, you see, and I believe he goes home at night and paints them and puts on ladies' clothing, but hey, he's okay.
I've heard that rumour too. Wicket was great, the pitch was great. They brought a young spin bowler on and it did for us.
Yeah, I think last year I was expecting the wicket to be fairly poor, which it was last year, and in fact it was their captain who told me last year that they'd stopped batting first when they won the toss because they were always losing. So I thought, great, all I've got to do is turn up with a 5-man seam bowling attack, win the toss, bowl them out, and we've won the game. But unfortunately, in the close season, they've picked up a good groundsman who's turned it around. So yeah, it was a good wicket, and I won the toss and probably should have batted on reflection, but now we know.
Well, it's positive signs. Obviously, the youngsters are a year older now, bit of extra pace. The old guard, they're a year older, bit less pace.
Yeah, we're all struggling a little bit, the older ones, but yeah, it's great to see the young lads coming through. Really, no one let us down. We were fairly well beaten, but there was nobody on the field that let us down, particularly the young lads. A lot of enthusiasm. And I thought they left off from where they left last year. Well, they started off where they left off last year. We had a very, very good winning streak last year, and I think the next few games are going to be really, really good.
Yeah, it all looks positive, so we look forward to the match. I think we're away to Bredbury this week. Always a good match with them, good bunch of lads.
Yes, I do know the captain's not going to be there. I've had a word with him. He's on a stag day, so they're without their captain. So hopefully they're going to suffer by not having their captain with them. But we're going to have a strong side, actually. Looking at the preliminary side prior to selection, looks like a good side. So good balanced side. I think we'll do well.
Okay, remember pictures are on the website, on the Picture website. It's on the bottom of the screen. Obviously, there's the videos on the YouTube as well. Thanks very much, Chris.